What do we think will happen in today's tie breaks? And, well,
we have a lift-off.
We do have a lift-off. Let the show begin. And we already see that Abdusattorov opens with a king's pawn and Yakubboev answers in kind.
Yes. And we have a ducal piano.
Yeah, not yet. Bishop c5 is not played just yet, right? So, well, now we do. And yeah, technically, Gioco Piano, you call the one with d3, right? So that could be some crazy gambits and stuff, but no. Yeah, so castles, knight f6, d3. I think we've seen Abdusattorov playing this one. d7, d6.
And what will happen? c3 played.
c3, so now knight c3, h6, and, you know, the symmetrical... right, so a5 is the move, a6 is the move, right?
And move, yeah.
Not quite, not
a5 played, preventing
a5,
b4.
yeah, okay.
Will it be difficult for the two players to adjust to playing blitz?
Yeah.
Especially Yakubboev, you know, he's just come off of quite a tense, long in-game.
Fatigue might, but I don't think it is very hard for them to adjust. Because they're known as very good speed player.
Yeah, well, you know, like being a good blitz player and playing kind of two games mini-match after the classical event is like different things, right? Because you just kind of for 9 days you had this rhythm of when you ran out of time, that means 30 seconds for the move, and now it means 3 seconds for the move. So that's a big difference. Like, because, yeah, like some stuff just kind of getting inbuilt in your head that, yeah, you've made the move, you have 30 seconds, now you have 3 seconds. So, and when you are like really short on time, you have to be super quick. So bishop to a7, h3, so far I don't think anything new has happened.
Nothing new, but...
Well, an extra minute. Look, an extra minute for Abdusattorov already. H7, h6.
And now this is the tricky part. Maybe Yakubboev is planning to play g5 and then push it to g4. Now white already castled. It might be a good idea.
Ready too
optimistic.
Well, maybe we will see a plan like that because it is a blitz game and you can traditionally play in a more risky style. But castles on the board. And we'll see how Nodirbek actually handles this. And I remember that you were mentioning that it is actually possible to go bishop e6.
Yeah, here with the pawn on a5, that's...
You cannot go b4 afterwards.
The wisdom is that you can play bishop e6. Black instead goes knight to e7. Also very common to bring this knight to g6, knight g3,
g6,
knight g6. And now if you play, say, bishop b3, no, he didn't.
He played d4, yeah? Or
d4. Right.
Yeah, d4.
Eventually he goes d4. So now the big question is...
what do you do?
Capture on d4 and d5. Yeah, there's always a question. Yeah. Like when you went d4 and you've built this center, but yeah, like after e takes, c takes, there is always d5 that you have to account for.
And he took on d4.
He captures on d4, right?
C d4 takes, and then d5 is
d5
on the card.
And it is on the board.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure if white is so happy with the results of the opening. We'll see.
Pawn takes pawn.
Pawn takes, knight takes.
Knight takes, and will there be
pressure
we apply?
Yeah, like how do we apply pressure on this d5 knight? It's a big question, right?
Well,
so queen b3, there is c6.
As easy as that. And you also have jumps in to the center with the knight coming to e5, but also a big question is what is white going to do with the dark squared bishop? It has no satisfactory square. Well, Abdusattorov says yes, he can develop to d2.
Bishop d2, targeting this guy.
And c6.
c6. So the knight's supported, the pawn's protected. Queen c2, while some, you know, tricky things. If the knight's moved, all of a sudden g6 knight is hanging.
Yes. So don't move the d5 knight, especially...
It is winning. He has to be careful, but it is absolutely winning.
After bishop e5 maybe?
And
now
what a start it's going to be. And he has won on time.
Yeah.
So Yakubboev won the first game.
Wow. What a dramatic game decided in the final seconds. We saw the panic. We saw how Abdusattorov vainly tried to get the knight moving. But in the end, it was Yakubboev's bishop pair that was decisive. Wow. Well, that means that Abdusattorov now is in a must-win situation with the black pieces. What's it going to take?